Chapter 10. Moral Rights. Section 193 states that the author's scope of moral rights include the right to require authorship of the works credited to them, to make alterations to their work, to object to any modification to their work, and to restrain the use of the author's name. Section 194 states that the author cannot be compelled to create a work or do a publication of something that they or someone had already invented and publicized. Section 195 states that the author is able to waive their rights mentioned in 193, but no waiver would be valid if it is to use the author's name or adaptation or their work. Section 196 states that an author's right to have his contribution attributed to them is waived unless expressly asserted. Section 197 states that in an absence of written contract, where an author agrees to let someone use their work, it would not be deemed a violation to their rights. Section 198 states that the rights of the author in Chapter 10 shall last during their lifetime and for 50 years after their death. Section 199 states that any violation of the rights stated in this chapter shall entitle the author rights and remedies available to him. Chapter 11. Rights to proceeds and subsequent transfers. Section 200 states that whenever the original work of a manuscript of an author is sold, they or their heirs have a right to participate in the gross proceeds up to 5% during their lifetime and for 50 years after their death. Section 201 states that the provisions of this chapter shall not apply to prints or works of similar kind where the author primarily derives gains from proceeds of reproduction. Chapter 12. Rights of Performers and Broadcasting Organization. Section 203 states that only the performer shall have the right to authorize broadcast of performance, its reproduction or recordings, the rights to public distribution, and authorize access to recorded performances. Section 204 states that performers have the right to claim to be identified as the performer of their performances, except in the manner of their performance use, and to object to modification that would be prejudicial to their reputation. Section 205 states that once the performer allows the broadcasting of their performance, Section 203's provisions have no further application. Chapter 13. Producers of Sound Recording. Section 208 states that producers have the right to authorize public distribution and reproductions of recordings in any manner or form. Section 209 states that if a producer's record is used for profit, they must be paid both performer and producers equally. Section 210 states that necessary alterations to performance without changing the main point is okay.